Your chat is 95% virgins. Actually, it's about 50% virgins based on the polling. But a lot of the people watching are young. Oh yeah, if you're a minor, don't listen to anything that I've said over the past 5 hours. There we go. Everything I think I'd like about sex is 100% hypothetical. I get that. Dude, when I was like 12 or 13, when I was still a virgin, because that was obviously like the latest that I was a virgin. And past that, it was baddies and fat asses the whole way. There was a brief period of time where I was thinking like, okay, this sounds really retarded. But I was like sitting in the shower, because I had like a large shower growing up, because there's like a thing you could sit. I've always just liked sitting in the shower. I don't do it anymore, but I used to sit in the shower. Did anyone else do that when they were young? Like sitting in the shower? Like you would have the shampoo next to you and you would just be like, yeah, okay. And you just sit down and like do it with the water. I still sit in the shower. Okay, yeah, okay. You didn't know how like, yeah, how often. Yeah, just vibing. Like, you're tired, you want to sit for a sec. I remember just sitting there, like 13 or whatever, like just fucking girl crazy out of my mind. And I'd be thinking, because I'd seen porn before, I'd be thinking, dude, it probably feels so good when a dick goes in a vagina. There's no way that's real. In porn, they're faking it. There's no way. There's no way they're doing that shit because it's too good. There's no way they're doing it. They're fake. It's got to be faking it. There's no fucking way. There's no way, dog. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I got over it when I finally had sex. Nope. That's fair. That's fair. No, Lamau, that's fair. The weird kid thought, it does feel good to have your neck bitten or ear. It does feel really good to have your ear bitten. I don't know why that is. Why does it feel so good to have your ear bitten? I haven't had my ear bitten in years because of these fucking things, but I'm almost done with the keloids. So after that, I guess we're back to the races. Why does it feel so good to have your ear bitten? I know part of it is just like you feel warm breath on your neck and like against your ear, and that's just like a very sensual thing. But it physically feels really good to have your ear bitten and your neck to a lesser extent. For me, more ear than neck. Yeah. It's an erogenous zone. Just more sensory, like just more nerve endings. Why would the ear have a lot of nerve endings? The ear's job isn't related in any way to its sense of touch. Unlike your feet and your hands, where you do need to touch to navigate your way around the world, the ear doesn't come into contact with stuff very often. Why would it have a lot of nerve endings? Doesn't really make sense. Probably so you protect it. Maybe so you're like sensitive to feeling because you've got to be really sensitive about any potential damage or like things crawling in. Ugh, yeah. What if ancestrally, like the threat of spiders and worms or whatever making their way into your ear caused us to develop more sensory perception in our ears, and that made it feel really good when bad bitches bite your ear and breathe a little bit. Thank you, spiders. Maybe. Is that why our dicks are sensitive? No. Our dicks are sensitive so we come. The whole reason sex feels good is because it's an evolutionary incentive to have sex. It's kind of funny, but like so much of our lives revolve around sex, and literally all of it, from our sex drive to the physical pleasure of having our dicks bapped about by baddies with hand stockings that go over their hands, is just like incentivizing us to breed. No, it's because spiders were crawling at our dicks back in the... No, yeah, the dick pleasure thing, that's an accident. Spiders just kept crawling up our dicks, so we evolved to have very sensitive dicks so we would know when the spiders were getting up in there. Thank you, spider! This is the evolution of sounding. I don't get sounding. I've never tried sounding. I imagine I never will. I don't get it. It makes me, like, innately uncomfortable. Like deeply uncomfortable to think about. What is sounding? It's when people put like stuff directly up their urethra, like a glass or metal rod or possibly like a series of beads. It makes me viscerally uncomfortable. It wouldn't surprise me if it felt good just because it's dick adjacent, but I'm never going to try it because, like fuck that, dude. Seriously. Yeah. It looks like it hurts. Yeah, it does really look like it hurts. Yeah, no. Can't that permanently fuck up your urethra? Well, I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. I'm sure there are ways to responsibly practice it, but I don't know anything about it. I've never done it. I've never been with anyone who does it. I don't know. God, it makes me uncomfortable just to think about. Okay, Oni Dandel is now the chat emissary for sounding. Oni Dandel says, I'm going to say it in their voice. It's really nice feeling. That's what they have to say. Now, I disavow, I don't support them, but they will now forever on be known as the advocate for this practice. I have no knowledge of it. Give them a tag. Yeah, sorry, White, construct the sounding chat tag so we can apply it to this person specifically. Doesn't pissing feel good? Well, I think pissing feels... Okay, first of all, to be clear, I'm not a water sports fetishist, so I have no idea what you're talking about. And second of all, like, pissing and shitting can both feel good in the sense of, like, oh my God, I'm empty. So I don't know how related that is. I saw a sex worker on Twitter who's really into sounding, I guess, who had like a sounding dick cage on. Like it contained the dick, a little nubbin of a dick, a little contained, and also had a sounding rod that went through it, if you can imagine, you know. And they posted a video of them taking the cage off. So they unlatch it and they take the cage off, and then the sounding bead thing comes off, and their dick goes from like nothing to like fully hard in like no time. And normally, you know, well, that's cool, but it's so uncomfortable looking, the sounding thing. It like actually distracts me. It's like, it's wild. I can't imagine that feeling good, but I guess to a lot of people it does. You know, God bless them, I guess, whatever feels good. I'm glad we're having this discussion. Vaush, I'm gonna vomit. Stop. Okay, can we take a moment to appreciate the fact that no one is as real as me? No, I mean it. Find me these pithy little Patreon live streams of bread tubers who do video essays. Do they get this real? No. Find me Twitch, anyone, any live streamers. You know, you'll find variety live streamers who talk about a variety of salacious topics, but do they get drunk and get real? No, because they know for a fact, these demonic Twitch just chatting live streamers, that if they got drunk and got real, they would get in trouble really quick when they started divulging personal information. I, on the other hand, am fully comfortable getting real with you guys, okay? And that is because, like Jesus Christ himself, my entire life, just a template, just a non-stop, point-by-point show of divine truth. Everything I say, I spit facts. And you all know it, and that's why you watch. Not like those other pussies who hide, keep stuff secret. What could I keep a secret from you guys, honestly? I get drunk on stream so often. I say wild shit. We get along. And by the way, best sex education live stream anywhere on the internet. Where else are you going to learn that all women want is to be crushed into a small cube? No one else will tell you that. Most right-wingers will tell you, yeah, women like it when you neg them and you have to have a high income. No, you don't. You could be a stinky fucking loser and fuck mad pussy. You can literally dump 3 loads a day in different women while being just a fucking scrungly ass guy. Below average height, too. And then the left, because the left are all cuckolds. They're all little beta bitch boys. They'll tell you like, okay, well, actually, the best way to get laid and pleasure a woman is you have to check your privilege. Also read these 3 books, which will explain to you how your preferred euphemisms for sexual intercourse are microaggressions. And then, you know, and it goes on for an hour or two. Will you ever, has a leftist ever made a woman come? Yes, but only me. The rest of them, no. Have they ever done the juicy, where you see the pussy and you do the slapping and then it squirts? No. Except for me. That's why this is the best sex education. Live stream on the internet. Unironically, okay, this is the real answer. Like when I'm acting like this, almost everything I'm saying is a joke. However, there is an underlying truth, but I'll drag the underlying truth up. I'll grab it and I'll dredge it up from the surface of the ocean, okay? The real underlying truth is that actually women really like, lots of people really like, whatever set of personality characteristics allows you to make jokes like this about sex. That's the actual truth. That's the real truth. That's actually it. Leaving aside all of the jokes, whatever set of beliefs and opinions allows you to take sex as a subject and be this irreverent about it is actually like overwhelmingly very effective. That's true. Genuinely, that is true. Not with everyone, but with a lot of people. Yeah. That's yeah, that actually works really well. Yeah. Remember how earlier I talked about how there was a content creator who had a caged cock and they were sounding and they pulled the cage off and the sounding and their cock got hard and everything. They also posted a video of them just bouncing on a dildo, and I like that. I like a lot of not safe for work stuff on Twitter. I just immediately unlike it, but I forgot to unlike, or maybe I like double clicked it, but then it didn't register, or I thought I double clicked it, but it was a single click. Oni Dandel, did you seriously get the spicy tag because you get off the sounding? Did the mod seriously give you a fucking hot pepperoni because you shove metal rods down your cock? Hell yeah, that's a good use of our site resources. That's good.